Hello students, we start our computer subject. Standard 8, Lesson 1, Introduction to Computers. It is said that this is the age of information technology, the age of computers. Today, computers are used in almost all fields of life. Hence, we cannot afford to remain ignorant about this wonderful machine. Computer literacy is a must. So let us learn about computers. What is a computer? The word computer is derived from the word to compute, which means to calculate. Therefore, many people think about a computer is just another calculating machine, a fast calculator, but in fact, a computer is much more than a simple calculating machine. Initially, computers were used only to perform big and complex calculations quickly and accurately. But today, a computer is also used to read, write, draw, and perform many other functions. Computer is used to listen to music, watch movies, and also play games. The internet is a worldwide network of computers that holds a large amount of information that you can obtain using your personal computers. You can also communicate with other internet users around the world. You can send and receive messages across the world in a few seconds. A computer is an electronic machine. It will do exactly as it is told to do. It carries out the instruction given to it perfectly. It will make mistakes only if some wrong instructions are given to it. Okay. A computer takes and infects known as data. It works on processes the data input according to the instruction given to it and produce information is output. Okay. Let us learn some basic computer terminology. Number 1. Input. Data or raw facts entered into a computer are called input. Input could be numbers, letters, pictures, or even sounds. Number 2. Program. A set of logical step-by-step instructions given to a computer to perform a task or work. One of the data is called program. Number 3. Processing. When the computer works on the data in bracket input according to the instruction in bracket program, it is called processing. Number 4. Output. Information that is produced by the computer after processing the data is called output. Output is displayed by the monitor or printed by a printer. Number 5. Hardware. It is the computer machinery. All the parts of the computer that you can see and touch are called hardware. The keyboard and monitor, printer, mouse, etc. are called hardware. Okay. Now we learn about software. Software, all the different sets of programs together are called software. Study the following illustrations carefully. Input, processing with the help of programs, and output. Now we see computer languages. Computer can understand only those instructions that are written in binary code, but writing instructions or programs in binary code takes a very long time. So computers languages that use decimal numbers, words and symbols have been developed. These are then converted into binary code by some special programs. There are two types of programs, okay, and two types of language. First HLL, second LLL. HLL full form high level language. They are very easy to learn because they use words that we use in our language. Higher level language are converted into binary code by using a special program called an interpreter or a compiler. Number 2. Lower level language. They are abbreviations or short forms to give instruction to the computer. Low level languages are converted into binary code by using a special program called an assembler. Okay. Types of computers. Depending on the size, cost, utility, speed and efficiency, computers can be classified into the following categories. Supercomputers. Supercomputers are large size in computers. They are also called monsters. They are used to perform the most complex tasks which require high speed and precision. It takes a supercomputer 90 seconds to do the work which your PC could do in 20 hours. Supercomputers are used in weather forecasting, defense technology and space research and also scientific research. Number 2. Mainframe computers. These computers are smaller but more expensive than supercomputers, but they are very fast and more than 100 people can use a mainframe computer at the same time. Large scale industries use mainframe computers in the design and manufacture of electronic goods and other machines. In large institutions, these computers are used to store and analyze data or to maintain a large network of computers. Mini computers. These computers are smaller and cheaper than mainframe computers. Mini computers can be used by more than 10 people at the same time. Like mainframe computers, mini computers are also used to buy large institutions like banks, commercial organizations, government departments and other organizations. Number 4. Personal computers, जो आपके घर पर है. These are also known as microcomputers. They are used in homes, offices, schools. They cost less than mini computers and only one person can use a PC at a time. PC are used to create, store documents, maintain accounts, keep a record of data like names, addresses, phone numbers of friends and relatives, play games and listen to music. A laptop computer is also a type of personal computer. आपको दो पिक्चर दिखाए गए हैं, एक पर्सनल कंप्यूटर का और एक लैपटॉप कंप्यूटर का. ओके. Components of a computer. As you already know, all the computer's machinery that you can see and touch called hardware. The devices or components like the keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer and CPU box are called hardware. A computer is an electronic machine that is made of devices or components that are used for input, processing, storage or output. Study the following carefully. कंप्यूटर के पार्ट्स, यानी कि कंप्यूटर को 4 हिस्सों में बटा हुआ है. इनपुट डिवाइसेस, प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट, स्टोरेज यूनिट एंड इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस. इनपुट डिवाइस में 2 कीबोर्ड और माउस, प्रोसेसिंग में सीपीयू, सीपीयू के अंदर 3 कंट्रोल यूनिट, अरिथमेटिक एंड लॉजिक यूनिट एंड मेमोरी यूनिट. स्टोरेज यूनिट में 2 प्राइमरी मेमोरी और सेकेंडरी मेमोरी. प्राइमरी मेमोरी में 2 रैम और रोम. सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में 4 हार्ड डिस्क, कॉम्पैक्ट डिस्क, डीवीडी एंड यूएसबी फ्लैश ड्राइव. यूएसबी फ्लैश ड्राइव मीन्स योर पेन ड्राइव. एंड आउटपुट डिवाइसेस 2 मॉनिटर और प्रिंटर. ओके. नाउ वी सी our first input device, keyboard. The keyboard is used to enter data or give instruction to the computer. There are more than 100 keys on the keyboard. These include letter keys, number keys, keys of punctuation, marks and some special keys. कीबोर्ड के अंदर कौन सी की को क्या कहते हैं वो आपको दिखाया गया है. Then you press a key on the keyboard, you will see that particular character on the screen. As each character appears on the screen, you will see a small blinking vertical line moving one space to the right. It is called the cursor. It shows where you are working on the screen. Number 2, mouse. अब हम माउस के बारे में जानेंगे. The mouse is a small device with 2 or 3 buttons on it. The left mouse button is the most frequently used button. The mouse button is kept and moved over the mouse pad. When you move the mouse on the mouse pad, you will see a small arrow moving on the screen. This arrow called mouse pointer. The mouse is used to select items from a menu or point to a calculation on the screen, and so it is also known as the pointing device. Output device. Number 1, monitor. When you enter data or give instruction to the computer, the monitor screen displays whatever you are typing currently. It is also displays the output produced by the computer, hence it is also known as the visual display unit, in short name VDU. There are two kinds of monitors, monochrome and color monitor. मॉनिटर कैसा होता है वो आपको दिखाया गया है. स्क्रीन, मॉनिटर, स्विच एंड बटन्स फॉर सेटिंग्स. ओके. Second number, printer. The output produced by a computer is displayed on the monitor. This output can be printed on paper. With the help of a printer, the printed copy of text or picture is called hard copy. The copy stored by the computer or display on the monitor screen is called soft copy. प्रिंटर तीन तरह के होते हैं. फर्स्ट, डॉट मैट्रिक्स, सेकंड, इंकजेट और थर्ड, लेजर. नंबर 1, डॉट मैट्रिक्स. Dot matrix printer has a small set of needle-like pins to print words or pictures. The words or pictures are printed in the form of dots. Most dot matrix printers print in black and white. Okay. Only. Number 2, inkjet printer. The head of an inkjet printer has many tiny holes on it. Ink is forced out of these holes to form words or pictures on paper. Inkjet printers can print in both in black and white and color. Number 3, laser printer. A laser printer prints words or pictures with the help of a laser beam. It is used to good quality printing. A laser printer prints the whole page at once. Okay. आपको तीनों तरह के पिक्चर दिखाए गए हैं, डॉट मैट्रिक्स, इंकजेट और लेजर प्रिंटर. Processing unit. The processing unit contains the CPU, central processing unit, and other electronic components that help the CPU is to process the input according to the program and generate output. CPU दो तरह के होते हैं, एक वर्टिकल और एक हॉरिजॉन्टल. The CPU of a computer is a small chip made of silicon. It is also known as the microprocessor. All the electronic circuits of the computer are fixed on the small chip. The CPU is called the brain of a computer. It controls the entire working of the computer. It processes the input with the help of program and gives the output. On receiving the data and instructions from the input devices, the CPU decides what to do, how to do it, which units will do it, and accordingly it sends messages or signals to those units. After processing the data, the CPU generates information and displays it through the output unit. The CPU consists of three components. Number 1, control unit. Number 2, arithmetic and logic unit, and number 3, memory unit. Number 1, control unit. The CPU controls and coordinates the movement of data and manages processing. It receives the input and transfers it to the ALU and obtains result from the ALU. The CPU also controls the storage of data in the memory. Arithmetic and logic unit. All the arithmetic and logic comparisons are done by the ALU. The CPU first gets information from the memory and then it transfers it to the ALU to perform operations. The ALU performs the operations and sends the result back to the memory. Number 3, memory. The memory receives data from the CPU and stores it. The CPU then sends this data to the ALU for processing and producing the output. The CPU collects this output and sends it to the memory for storage. The CPU then instructs the memory to send the output to the output devices. Study the following illustration carefully. Number 1, the input device, memory, control unit, ALU and output devices. Okay. Storage unit. As you already know, a computer can store a large amount of data in its memory. All the programs and data are stored in the computer's memory. There are two kinds of memory, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory, it is also known as the main memory. The primary memory of a computer consists a large number of cells. Each cell contains a piece of information. Each cell is identified by a symbol which is known as the address of that cell. The cell address is used to refer to a particular cell. The cell address is different from the contents of that cell. So, when you want to store any information in a particular cell, it is necessary to specify the cell addresses and the information to be stored in it. Similarly, to read any information from a cell, it is necessary to specify the cell address. There are two kinds of primary memory, RAM and ROM. The full form of RAM is random access memory. Information is stored in RAM in the form of electrical pulse. Hence, anything stored in RAM will remain stored there only as long as electrical power is supplied to the computer. If there is an interruption in the power supply, or if you switch off computer, you will lose all the information stored in RAM. Hence, RAM of a computer is a temporary memory or volatile memory. In RAM, information is stored using bits. A bit it is a binary digit which can be either 0 or 1. A group of 8 bits is called byte. Number 2, ROM. The full form of ROM is read-only memory. All the programs and the software that help to run a computer are stored in ROM. Information stored in ROM, it can only be read, it can be changed on, or it is not lost even when you switch off the computer. Hence, ROM of computer is a permanent memory or non-volatile memory. Number 2, secondary memory. The secondary memory of a computer is also known as the external memory. External memory. As you know, RAM is a temporary memory which is lost when you switch off the computer. Now there may be some information that you need to store permanently. Such information can be stored in the secondary memory. Information stored in secondary memory can be erased, or some new information can be overwritten on it. There are 4 kinds of external storage devices for secondary memory. Number 1, hard disk. 2, CD, 3, DVD and 4, USB flash drive. Hard disk. The hard disk is a small magnetic disk enclosed with a sealed box called the hard drive. The hard drive is inside the CPU box. The computer can read from or write on the hard disk. The hard disk stores all the information on its magnetic area, and so information stored in the hard disk will not be erased even if there is an intervention in power supply, or if the computer is switched off. Hence, the hard disk is a permanent storage device. It is not removable. यानी कि उसको हम निकाल नहीं सकते. A hard disk is much faster than a floppy disk and has a huge storage capacity. It can store more information than a floppy disk. हार्ड डिस्क कैसी होती है, उसमें कौन से डिवाइस को क्या कहते हैं, वो आपको पिक्चर में दिखाया गया है. सबसे ऊपर होता है टॉप प्लेटर, उसके बाजू में है कॉमन एक्सिस हार्ड डिस्क, आर्म फॉर रीड राइट हैंड्स, उसके बाजू में रीड राइट हैंड, और सबसे लास्ट रिबन केबल फॉर CPU कनेक्शन. ओके, नाउ वी सी अबाउट CD. Full name is compact disc. A CD is used to read or write data. A special CD drive installed in the computer is used to read or write data on a CD. There are 3 types of CDs. CD-ROM, compact disc, read-only memory. You can only read the data or listen to the contents, music, songs, etc. Save on it. You cannot make any changes to the data written on such CDs. CD recordable. This blank CD is on which you can write and save data only once. You need a special CD-ROM drive to write and save data on it. CD rewritable. They are known as erasable disks. You can write and save data several times. You need a special CD rewritable drive to write on the CD. Number 3, DVD, digital versatile disc. A DVD has a high storage capacity with good quality. DVD and CD look similar, but a DVD can store more amount of data than a CD. You need a DVD drive to access the data on the DVD. Like CD, there are 3 types of CDs. Number 1, DVD-ROM according to CD. Number 2, DVD recordable, and number 3, DVD rewritable. जिस तरह से CD में 3 टाइप्स हमने देखे, उसी तरह से DVD में भी 3 टाइप होते हैं. यूज CD के जैसा ही, लेकिन DVD की स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी CD से ज़्यादा होती है. Number 4, USB flash drive. Today a USB drive is a very popular storage device. This USB flash drive is also removable and rewritable. It is much smaller than a CD DVD, but it is much smaller than a CD or DVD, but much faster and can store more data than a CD DVD. It weighs less than 30 grams with a storage capacity of 265 gigabytes. Advantage of a computer. A computer is used to almost all fields of life. It helps men to do work faster, more accurately. A computer can work continuously without any reduction in its efficiency. Computers are used for reading, writing, drawing, listening to music, watching movies, and many other tasks. Let's see how computers are useful to us. Number 1, greater efficiency. Computers help people to do their work more efficiently. For example, managers in industries use computers to obtain quick and accurate information that can help to them identify problems and opportunities. This helps them to perform their functions of planning and controlling more efficiently. Number 2, better services. With the use of computers at railway stations and airports, accurate accounts of the depositors and provide them quick banking service. Use of computers in offices, hotels, hospitals, and other places have benefited people, and they have started getting better services. Number 3, education. Computers are widely used in schools, colleges, education institutions. A large variety of educational software is available to teach all the subjects. Learning with the help of computers is not only easy and quick, but greater fun too. Number 4, entertainment. Computers are used to listen to music, watch movies or cartoons, and even play games. Computers are also used to compose music. Uses of a computer. As you already know, computers are used in almost all fields of life. They are used in educational institutions, banks, offices, hospitals, government departments, scientific research, and industries, and also many other fields. Let us see the uses of computers in various fields. Number 1, weather forecasting. Meteorologists and use supercomputers for weather forecasting. A large amount of weather information from all around the world is collected and stored in computers. Complex calculations for temperature, air pressure, and humidity are done quickly and accurately with the help of computers. Number 2, desktop publishing. Computers are used for the desktop publishing. designing the printing of letters, reports, books, magazines, newspapers and other documents is done with the help of DTP software. DTP makes it easy to format text by choosing different fonts, font styles and font size for headings, header and footer, etc. Layout is also easily done with the help of computers. Number 3. Manufacturing. Today, manufacturing industries use computer-based production technology. Computers are used to design, manufacture aeroplanes, cars, TVs and washing machines and other electronic products. Movement of parts and product is done with the help of robots, conveyors, etc. Automated material handling systems are widely used in assembly line operations. Computers are also used to keep a record of inventories, sales and purchases. Number 4. Banking. Banks are used computers for online banking, handling of accounts, preparing statements, calculations of interest, transfer of funds, etc. ATM, automated teller machine, facility allows you to withdraw cash even after banking hours. Airports, computers are used to book or cancel tickets. Computerized data of arrival and departure of flights is also available at airports. Pilots use computers for flying the aircraft and also for takeoff and landing. Railway stations. All the major railway stations across the country are connected with computers. Booking and cancellations of tickets is done on computers. Some railway stations signals are also computerized. Other uses. Computers are used in education, architecture, designing and planning buildings, engineering, animation, libraries, scientific research, space technology, defense technology, sending and receiving emails, collecting information through the internet. In homes and offices, computers are used to prepare documents, keep a record of names, addresses and telephone numbers, etc. Now we see history of computer generations. Based on the technology used in one building, computers are divided into several generations. Let's briefly learn about the different generation computers. First generation computers. Around the 1920, an electric device called the vacuum tube was invented and brought about then. Tremendous increase in the speed of calculations. Vacuum tubes were big in size, produced a lot of heat and had a short life. Before World War II, Konrad Zuse, a German engineer, built an electric calculating machine using vacuum tubes. During World War II, a special machine called Colossus was built in England. It was used to crack the code of the wireless messages of the German army. In 1945, J.P. Eckford and John Mauchly, two American engineers, used vacuum tubes to build ENIAC, electronic numerical indicator and computer, the first electronic calculating machine. Since the ENIAC could only do calculations, it came to be known as computer. The ENIAC was so large that it would occupy a big hall. It had around 18,000 vacuum tubes and consumed a large amount of electricity. But it had a fantastic speed of doing calculation. It used to perform 5,000 additions in 1 second and 500 two-digit multiplication in 1 second. Okay. Computers like the ENIAC, which used to vacuum tubes, are called the first generation computers. Though these computers were very large, they were not as efficient as the small palm-top computers available today. Number 2, second generation कंप्यूटर. ENIAC का पिक्चर आपको बाजू में दिखाया गया है. Number 2, second generation computers. In 1948, William Shockley invented the transistor, which replaced the vacuum tubes in computer. A transistor was 200 times smaller than a vacuum tube, and it consumed less electricity. The processing speed of the second generation computers was greater than the first generation computers. ट्रांजिस्टर का पिक्चर आपको बाजू में दिखाया गया है, ये ट्रांजिस्टर है. Third generation computers in 1958, Jack Kilby invented the chip. He fixed the many transistors and one other electronic components on a single chip called integrated circuit, short name IC. As a result of efforts made to increase the number of transistors that could be fixed on a chip. Today, thousands of transistors and other electronic components are attached at each on a small chip. The third generation computers were much cheaper, smaller in size, and their processing speed was considered high. Fourth generation computer. The present day computers are the fourth generation computers as the result of VLSI, very large scale integration technology. A million electronic components can be fixed on a single tiny microprocessor chip. A microprocessor chip controls the entire working of a computer. The microprocessor chip was invented in 1969 by Ted Hoff. Today's personal computers, laptop computers, quantum computers, supercomputers, and mainframe computers are manufactured using microprocessor chips. Last topic, fifth generation computer. Today's efforts are on the make a computer that is based on artificial intelligence, which will help a computer read what we write, speak, and modify the programs according to the requirements. This will require millions of electronic components fixed on chips. Students, if you have doubt or confusion, read twice this lesson, okay, or ask me. Thank you.